Hello Scorpio, so I'm doing your weekly reading for October the 8th to the 15th. I'm going to be taking a look into your situation, why it's happening, what's going on in your blind spot, interesting, what is working for you and how it's likely going to play out as well, okay? So I've not yet cut your deck, but we do need to take a look at this one. Self-worth. So your situation involves self-worth, and it says, stop walking in the shadows of others. You are enough. Okay. Yeah, I do believe it was Cancers last week that had a similar message to that. So I don't know if you've got Cancerian placements in your own chart or if you're dealing with a Cancerian. Take it as it resonates. It is relevant though, okay? Because I'm getting this really similar message here that they received last week. So your self-worth, right? Walking in the shadow of others. It could well be stemming from a situation, Scorpio, where another person's deliberately trying to make you feel like you're not good enough, okay? That this could be past programming, where that past programming is being reinforced this week. Okay, so say you've got past programming where you were basically made to believe that you're this, you're that, you're the next, you're crap, yada yada, right? You know the list. And then you're trying to achieve something specific this week, and it's like it's just ever so slightly out of reach. You're just ever so slightly not able to grasp it, right? And because of that situation, it's reinforcing that past programming. Oh, I'm shit, I'm crap, I'm not good enough, nah, right? That's how this energy can play out. So this week, Scorpio, if you are finding yourself reinforcing that negative programming, recognize it for exactly what it is, which is harmful past programming, and it needs to be rooted out, okay? The sooner that you can root that out, the better. Now, there's also the message here of potentially living in the shadow of someone else or living in the shadow of others, right? I kind of feel with this message, Scorpio, that somebody's going to try and make you feel jealous this week, okay? Now, for me, personally, whenever someone tries to do that, do you know what response I give them? I laugh, and I laugh, and I laugh, right? Because to be honest with you, Scorpio, that's the only response that sort of bullshit deserves, okay? Hand on heart, that's the only response that deserves. We are going to take a deep dive into this energy, right? We're going to find out more in a minute. I first need to take a look at your strongest overall message, manifestation. Nice. And I love how they used a wizard for this. The wizard, the magician, right? And it says release control and evaluate your priorities. Yeah. So where are your priorities right now, Scorpio? Are they on the things that they're supposed to be on? They're asking here for you to consciously manifest, okay? What does that mean? It means to bring the idea that's in your head real into your physical reality, okay? That's manifestation. So you want to keep your manifestations, as it were, clear, focused, and you don't want to get it muddled with any sort of negativity, because then what are you going to be manifesting? Yeah? I'm sure, fairly certain that you've all heard of the self-fulfilling prophecy, right? Oh, I don't think this is going to go very well, right? And then what ends up happening, things go wrong, it goes tits up, and then you're like, see, I knew it. I knew that was, do you know what I mean? It's like the self-fulfilling prophecy. We want to avoid that this week, okay? We definitely want to avoid that. Right, so let's take a closer look into this self-worth message. I do apologize for my phone not being on silent. We got a little bit of an ongoing situation going on that requires me, at the moment at least, to have my phone's alerts being so that I can hear them. Okay, right, so again, it's just a little bit of inconvenience over the next couple of days. Right. Oh, interesting. The High Priestess in the reversed position. Okay. Oh boy. I'm getting this message, Scorpio, of gossip, rivalry, of backstabbing, secrets being used to hurt another person. I didn't want this, okay? I did not want this today. Not for you guys, because you deserve so much better, right? We've got the High Priestess in the reverse. Someone's got hidden motives, okay, Scorpio? And because, like, clearly that this is an enemy that's coming through in your energy, right? Either deliberately divulging in stuff that is personal, like your personal business, being gossiped about, which I fucking hate. Your own judgment is being clouded because of this, what I can only describe as this onslaught, okay, this attack that's going on. It's clouding your own judgment, and of course it would. Of course it would. And due to that, it's like this self-worth over here, where they're saying, look, where are your self-worth levels at right now, Scorpio? Are you walking in someone else's shadows? Like, there's something nasty going on here. That is a byproduct of being under attack. Okay, it's a byproduct of being gang stalked, of being bullied, of having someone trying to make you feel some kind of way towards them, mostly jealousy, right? Now, we get this often in your energy, Scorpio, and I'll tell you exactly where it comes from, right? There is this misinformation out there about certain zodiacs and their traits and all the rest of it, right? Some of it's true, other parts of it are like, what the fuck? Like, that's ridiculous. One of the major ones about Scorpios that's out there is apparently we're all vindictive and we're all jealous. Right? Now, I vehemently disagree with both of those things, because I myself, I'm a triple Scorpio, right? I've got a Taurus moon, a Capricorn Mars, but it's that triple Scorpio energy, and I can say hand on heart, no, not vindictive, no, not jealous. I've got so many, like a good 80% of my friends are Scorpios, right? We kind of gravitate towards each other, don't we? Not a single one of them is either vindictive or jealous, right? Unfortunately, though, that assumption is out there. It's been out there for many years. Don't know where the fuck it comes from, but it's completely wrong. So what you'll find, Scorpio, is when people find out you're a Scorpio, what's the first thing they try and do? The first thing they try and do is try and get up your asshole in the worst way possible, right? And they try and push shit on you, and they try and rub shit in your face to see if you're going to react to it. It's pathetic. It's absolutely pathetic, right? I have noticed that that's a real thing, and it's crazy to me. Now, I'm going to ask the tarot, like, okay, where is this more recent onslaught coming from? And then I'm going to ask who it's coming from. And then I'm going to ask why. Right, so where is this recent onslaught coming from in the Scorpio's energy, please? Because it's affecting your self-worth. It's affecting your ability to work, to focus, right? It's affecting your ability to do the best job possible. It's affecting some of you guys' ability to be there for your family, to, do you know what I mean, to support and provide for your family. It's affecting your ability to successfully manifest without bringing in all of that external crap into your manifestations. Where is it coming from? Ace of Cups and the Fool. It's coming from an angle of an individual who is wanting to have a relationship with you. That could be romantic. It doesn't have to be romantic. Okay, it's somebody who is wanting to have a relationship with you. It could be from another water sign, more specifically Pisces, or it could be coming from an Aquarius, okay, with the Fool being here. I know a lot of people say, oh, the Fool, that's Aries. No, it isn't. No, it isn't. I've been reading tarot most of my life, and the Fool has never been associated with Aries energy. It has always been Aquarius. Just to get that in there. Right. So, yeah, this is someone who is wanting to have a relationship with you. That's the angle that it's coming from. Right. I'm getting the message here of potentially for some of you guys, it's coming from an individual who's trying to isolate you from your support network so that they can get you on their own. And once they've got you vulnerable, that's when they're going to swoop in and pretend that they are rescuing you, that they are this white knight or white, whatever the female version of the white knight is going to be, in shining armor, right? The reality is that this is a dickhead in tinfoil, okay? Like literally. Okay, so that's the angle it's coming from. And we got the reason why as well. So we hit on two answers there with just one question. So I'll ask, who is this? Who is this person where this onslaught's coming from? A Seven of Swords, that's further Aquarius energy. So you got heavy Aquarius energy here, and it's the Seven of Swords, which is very, very scheming. Okay? So this gossip, this attack, it's part of the bigger scheme. It's part of the bigger plan. And I was right, Scorpio. It's to try and isolate you from everyone else. And here's the thing. If you are in contact with this individual, so for example, if this is a person that you would consider as being a friend, but you know that there's like a hidden undertone to them, right? This friend is going to have a conversation with you about what another individual has apparently been saying about you behind your back. And it is not true. It is not true. That's all part of the isolation tactic that's going on. Okay. Right. Shit in hell. Honestly, Scorpio, I did not want this for you because you deserve so much better. And you know as well that you deserve so much better. I can't redo the reading though, just because it's one of the more difficult ones, okay? I would be doing a huge disservice to you, to Spirit, and to my job, because this is my job, right? So yeah, why is this happening? Celebration. Well, ain't that some shit? Your happiness is what's triggered this. Okay. Spiritual blessings are coming your way. Your work is acknowledged by the universe. Take time to reflect on your achievements. And see how it's this beautiful flower. And it's I'm stuttering. I stutter when I get too involved with the energy. Looks like a seed, doesn't it? The seed of new growth. And that's like a flower of abundance, the way that it's reaching out in all directions. And this card is telling you, Scorpio, okay, you've got spiritual blessings that's coming in. Your work, your service, whatever this is that you've been doing, you've been helping others, that's all being recognized by the universe. And the universe wants to reward you for your hard work, okay? Spirit wants to pay you, right? Which is fair. It's not what you were expecting, but, you know, it is the right thing to do. It is the balanced thing to do, right? So because you're growing, we've also got a message here about how you're expanding in some way, shape or form. You've got new things coming in to celebrate. You have current things that you're celebrating. There is happiness, and I tell you, this is giving me a really sort of peaceful vibe. But when I'm looking at this, and I'm looking at that, I think it's the sun, but I initially thought it was the moon. So the fact that I can't tell the difference as to whether or not that's a sun or a moon, it speaks volumes, because for you, right, you're happy, and as far as you're concerned, you've been keeping it on the down low, celebrating and acknowledging your achievements, be them big, be them small, and again, keeping it on the down low, the sun and the moon, right? Because you knew, didn't you, Scorpio, that if you were to go out there and make a big show of your achievements and your successes and your happiness, because it's played out this way before, it triggered spite and envy in another person. And what did they do? They came charging straight back into your life like a fucking whirlwind, caused a whole load of drama and devastation, and then they zipped out again after having caused all the upset and the grief. Then they fucked off again, right? So you have been consciously trying to avoid that, and still you're finding yourself in a situation, Scorpio, where still the fuckers come, where still they're trying to piss on your chips, where still they're finding fault, right? And they're up to their games and the maliciousness, right? So here's the thing, Scorpio. Now I've got a Scorpio collective sitting there going, self-worth manifestation. Did I bring this on myself? I've got a group of Scorpio collectives sitting here blaming the damn selves for yet again somehow managing to trigger another shithead spite and jealousy. This isn't your fault, Scorpio. This isn't your fault. This is not of your doing. You did not manifest this. And again, this is a drum that I will forever be beating on, right? I know there's a lot of readers out there and they bang on about law of attraction this, law of attraction that. And you know what? To a certain extent, okay, there's some truth to it, right? To a certain point. That doesn't mean to say that every single fucking thing bad that happens, that you've manifested it, that you've called it in, that you did that to yourself, right? Because what you're looking at there, Scorpio, is victim blaming, dressed up in this pretty little bow of it being this law of attraction thing, right? Your focus clearly is on your high vibes. Your focus is clearly on your growth. It is clearly on your health, on your abundance, right? What part of that is possibly you calling in this negative ass energy Okay, sorry about the interruption there, Scorpio. I had to, that's the important phone call I was waiting for. So fantastic, that's all sorted. Right, so what I'll do now, Scorpio, because I don't need any more distractions for your reading. The call that I was waiting for has come through. My phone is now back on silent, so we're not going to get any more disruptions throughout your reading. But yeah, as I was saying, you're focused on... you are focused on positivity and joy and growth and abundance, right? And still, you've got that negative energy that's creeping in. So there's evidence there, Scorpio, okay? If anybody's going to try and gaslight you and say, oh, well, you brought this in, you know, there's something you must have done, yada, 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 you know how it goes. You can quite confidently tell them to fuck off. Okay, because you didn't cause this. Okay, it's just one of those things where other people are incapable of handling their shit. Okay, they're incapable of not being jealous. Right, it really is that simple. And then you've got the Nine of Wands that's coming out squiffy. So again, self-doubt. Okay. Why is this happening? Self-doubt. As soon as that self-doubt starts creeping in, Scorpio, as soon as that blame game starts getting thrown around, again, boundaries. All day long, okay? All day long. What's going on in your blind spot? Let's take a look. Oh my goodness. I'm struggling with these cards. It's the nails. Right, move forward. So in your blind spot is move forward, and it says... time to release the past and move forward mentally and emotionally. Mentally and emotionally. So with that being in your blind spot, Scorpio, it indicates to me that there was doubt. Okay, you had doubt as to whether or not you could ever completely break free from the influence of this individual. What your life would look like if you were to free yourself from them. Could you ever possibly move on, move forward, anything like that? Okay, this is indicating you will be able to move forward. Okay, you will be able to break free, and it's in your blind spot. So that's coming through as like a surrender, a release. Okay, rather than an escapism and concealment and hiding and ignoring, right? This is legit moving forward. Okay, the Lovers and the Eight of Cups. Ooh, interesting. In your blind spot, Scorpio, I get the impression that this individual has never fully gotten over you. As in your blind spot, right? They've never fully been able to move forward, to get over you. In some capacity, they're making the choice to hold on. You've made the choice to break free. And it's kind of like this energy is basically playing catch up with itself, right? Okay, so what is working for you? Nice. The fact that you're a free spirit, the fact that you do know your own mind. It's just at the moment you're experiencing this self-doubt. Okay, which again, I'm not gonna sit here and judge you for that in a bad way, right? Everybody at some point is gonna go through periods of low self-worth, feeling doubtful of their own decision making. Okay. Because life will often chuck out situations where it's going to leave you feeling that way. But the fact that you're a free spirit and you do have such a strong sense of self, Scorpio, is what is working for you, okay? It says, transcend the illusionary prison of the mind and let go of limiting beliefs. Yeah, you are able to release limiting beliefs. And that's one of your strengths. Literally. Can you tell us more about this free spirit for what is working for Scorpio? Also, Scorpio, what is working for you is the fact that you do not bend to the will of others. Okay. The fact that you've got a backbone. Like, for real, you got a backbone for days. Other people don't like that, okay? But it's one of your strengths. It's what works for you. This one came out in the reverse. It's the Knight of Wands in the reverse. Scorpio, I feel like this individual who is in your energy, that it could be Pisces or Aquarius, as we've just discovered. They're going to lose their temper. And it's going to play right into your hands, Scorpio. Okay, so the fact that you're not going to react to their negativity, the fact that you're not going to allow them to rain on your parade, as it were, that's going to annoy them. Okay, it's going to piss them off, basically, and it plays right into your hands. Like, for real. Can you tell us more about this for Scorpio, please? Okay, yeah, the Five of Cups and the Three of Swords. There it is. Who's the jealous one again? Who's the jealous one again? 'Cause it ain't you. The Five of Cups and the Three of Swords. So this whole time, Scorpio, this person was trying to make you feel like you were inept, like you weren't good enough, like you're this, that, and the next, you're crap, yada, yada, yada. Right? All of the slander, the rumours, the lies and the gossip about apparently how jealous and possessive you are, Scorpio. Like, what the fuck? So who's the jealous one again? So the fact, Scorpio, this person's losing their ever-loving shit. They're losing their temper. They are going to lash out, right? Plays into your hands. Because then that's going to make it abundantly obvious to any onlookers about the truth behind what has been going on here the whole time. The truth behind who is the bitter one, who is the envious one, who is the vengeful one. And guess what, Scorpio? It ain't you. It ain't you. And that's what happens when you focus up there on your own growth, healing, advancement, abundance, when you focus on your own journey. Yeah? Okay. How is this likely going to play out? This one says divas, and it says master your own energy and take appropriate action. Okay, so this is likely going to play out where you are finally going to be able to, I feel like, do something worthwhile about this person and their behavior. So, for example, say if they're making your life a misery and all the rest of it, and they've been quite abusive, but up until this point you've not been able to do anything about it because evidence, right? Lack of evidence is hard to get. Maybe most of this has been psychological warfare, which again, that's really fucking difficult to prove, right? It's really hard to get evidence that that's going on because it's all psychological. This is saying, because of their response to you, Scorpio, that's all the proof, that's all of the evidence that you need, right? So you're going to be able to take assertive action, finally, on dealing with this individual. And it's all because you have mastered your own energy. You have mastered, okay, this thing over here, I'm not going to respond to that. This thing over here, that's worth a response. Do you know what I mean? It's mastering your own energy. It's mastering your own responses. It's really powerful. Really powerful. Can you tell us more about divas for how this is likely going to play out, please? For Scorpio. Oh, okay. Can we have clear messages for Scorpio, please? For how this is likely going to play out. Oh, okay, Two of Pentacles, balance restored. And it's interesting how they're falling from behind the deck instead of jumping from the front of the deck. So there's tired and lethargic energy connected to that when it just sort of falls out from behind the deck, right? It's like past energy, tired energy. Something here is being regurgitated and it's not very nice to look at, right? That's all underneath energy. If it jumps from the top of the deck, then, you know, that there's more oomph to that, that there's more vibrancy to that. So with this one, with the balance being restored and the Page of Wands, it indicates that you lost hope, you lost faith that you were ever again going to feel this Page of Wands energy, which is light-hearted, it's funny, it's cheeky, it's zesty, it's spicy in the best way possible, right? It's fun and jokey, okay? It's someone who is really enjoying their life and, you know, having a laugh and enjoying good company. So there's a feeling here how you were worried that you were never going to be able to experience that again, or you were worried about like your own energy levels dipping and dropping and being affected. Quite possibly something here to do with youth, so that could be like your own kids being affected by this individual. Do you know what? Everything's balancing out really, really well here, Scorpio, because you manage to keep a firm grasp on perspective, and because you were smart, you're playing it smart this week, and because you're playing it smart, whoever this little shitbag is, they're playing right into your hands, okay? They're giving you that evidence that you need, as it were, and there it is. Judgment is the strongest overall message. Judgment. Under heavy judgment, you making a good call. You making a really good call by not responding to this negativity over here. It's the best call that you're going to make all month. I can promise you that, Scorpio. Okay, let's get you some messages from the universe. Right, what else for Scorpio, please? Thank you. That was quite abrupt. Learn to ride the waves of life. When faced with difficult times, you can either fight against the current or go with it. So ask yourself, what is to be gained by depleting your energy, fighting against it? Don't do that to yourself. Yeah. So you're not going to be in control of the energies, okay? You're not going to be in control of other people. You're not going to be in control of certain events in life. And if you try to gain control over the above mentioned, that's you basically trying to swim against the tide, okay? You're going to exert a lot of energy, you're not going to get anywhere. There are certain shit in life that you cannot alter, you cannot change, cannot control, right? And the biggest message for you, the context of your reading, Scorpio, is you cannot change other people. You cannot force other people to be decent human beings. You cannot force other people to be respectful, right? Because that's their free will. So this is saying, okay, you're having a bit of a dip at the moment. Clearly you're having a bit of a dip, right? And that's absolutely fine. Wait for that wave to rise up again, okay? Which it inevitably will, because it always does, right? Up and down with the waves. So allow the energy to take you this week, right? That's what they're saying here. Okay, so let's see if we can uplift this reading a bit with some wonderful words of wisdom from the shitty deck. I've tried to get another couple of copies of this deck, by the way, because I really wanted to give some of these away to our subscribers for gifts. They're not in print anymore. I couldn't believe it. Like, you cannot get this deck anymore, which is a bit sad, but you know what? I'm going to keep looking, and eventually I will find the perfect deck for a giveaway at some point. Right? Okay, speaking of, I think I just got told off there as well, Scorpio. It says stop buying shit that you don't need. Right, so that aside, Okay, Scorpio, stop buying shit that you don't need to impress people that you don't like. Those shitty people don't matter, and they won't care if and when you cry bankrupt. So watch your pennies this week, Scorpio, okay? Be mindful, if you look after your finances will look after you. It's a very old saying, and it's very, very true, okay? Here's the thing. If you do find that urge to really just want to, I don't know, rub this person's face in it, okay? Because clearly you are celebrating some kind of huge success here. And you're like, right, that little shit over there, they've been giving me hassle for years. They've been gang stalking me, like, since forever. I really, really want to rub their face in it on how successful I am now. So I'm going to go out there and I'm going to buy myself a, I don't know, insert dream car here. And I'm going to obnoxiously ride around town in it and make sure that they fucking see me in it, right? They're saying here for you to fight that particular urge, Scorpio, okay? For as satisfying as that would be, the satisfaction would be very fleeting, okay? But yeah, that is what I have for you guys today. I genuinely hope that that reading has been helpful. For personal readings with me, my website is phoenixkeiatarot.com. The link for that is in my description box below. Thank you so very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.